Jaron Boots Ennis, undefeated, 35-0.
Promise.
I afford every style.
All right.
What can you bring to the table?
All right. You'll see. You'll see what the 23-year-old brings to the table June 27th.
Yeah. I'm not them boys.
I'm not them boys.
If I would have fought them same two guys that you fought, they would have been bashing the mess out of me, bro. It's levels, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, it's levels.
All right.
And you're gonna see for yourself. And I'm gonna make you feel everything. And I want you to keep that same energy.
I will always keep
everything
the same energy,
that you be saying.
Man, I believe in myself too.
All right, well, so piss off.
June 27th, I'm gonna show you why I believe in myself. Simple as that.
All right.
There's no bets to be made. There's no nothing to be made. There's no take care of your family. I take care of mine. June 27th, I will show you why I'm the best 154.
In the story, I'm the best at 154. You know that.
We'll see.
You know that.
But you mentioned
Tensions were running high during the official face-off as Jaron Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas finally stood face-to-face ahead of their highly anticipated clash on June 27th. With both fighters carrying confidence and unbeaten records into the matchup, the atmosphere quickly became intense, giving fans a glimpse of the rivalry that continues to build with every passing day.
What do you think he doesn't understand about what it means to be in the ring with you?
Like I always say, you can watch me all day, but when you get in that ring, it's a whole different story. I'm a lot faster than what you think. I'm a lot stronger than what you think. My IQ is higher than what you think. He's gonna be in for.
Jaron Ennis spoke respectfully about Xander Zayas, describing him as a talented and well-rounded boxer with strong fundamentals and legitimate ability. However, Ennis also emphasized that once the opening bell sounds, reputations, rankings, and previous accomplishments mean very little. In his view, the only thing that matters is how a fighter performs when faced with real pressure inside the ring.
Xander is a solid fighter. I think he got a little bit more tools than Ortiz. Maybe he could box a little better, but I don't know. I feel like Virgil is somewhat the better fighter, but
experience and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit more experience and things like that. But Xander, like I said, Xander he's not a bad fighter. He's a solid fighter. He unified champ. You can't take nothing away from him. But on fight night, them bouts is coming back to full straight like that. Wait a minute. I'm about to be a two-time unified weight division champ. I was already unified at 47. I do it at 54. And we're going to collect the rest of those at 54, be undisputed at 54.
Xander Zayas, meanwhile, believes Jaron Ennis has rarely been pushed into truly difficult situations throughout his professional career. He argued that a young, fearless fighter willing to take risks can become extremely dangerous when the stakes are highest. Zayas feels that his mindset, determination, and willingness to embrace adversity could create challenges Ennis has not had to deal with before.
Who's beatable in your opinion?
Everything. He's never been uncomfortable. He's always had it his way. He's always, had fighters that put up a little bit of a fight and then they quit. When you have a young champion that is willing to risk everything to go in there, man, that's scary. And he has me now in front of him. And he's going to have to adjust because he's going to be really, really uncomfortable.
Zayas also pointed to what he considers vulnerabilities in Ennis's defensive style, suggesting that clean, straight punches and well-timed hooks can find their target against the champion. He further argued that the physical differences between them are being exaggerated, insisting that they are much closer in size and athletic ability than many people believe. Most importantly, Zayas remains convinced that Ennis has never faced an opponent quite like him.
Game plan, can you just talk about some of the strengths and weaknesses that you see already?
Man, he eats every straight punch. He eats every hook. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he there's a lot of things that I can take advantage of. I'm as athletic as he is. I'm as tall. I'm as big as he is. And again, he just never faced someone.
At the same time, several respected figures throughout the boxing world have expressed genuine interest in this matchup. Many believe that Zayas possesses the technical skills, composure, and ring intelligence necessary to give Ennis one of the toughest tests of his career. While Ennis remains the favorite in many predictions, there is growing belief that the challenger could make the fight far more competitive than expected.
Boots is this future superstar. He beat this guy and that guy and that guy. Meantime, when you actually make the fights, and it's like, oh, he's really going to fight that guy? Is he going to win? Where are you with this?
where I am, Max, is that I want to give a lot of credit to Xander Zayas. You know, Xander Zayas, a young guy, and he wanted this fight. He called for the fight, and he made it happen quick after the Virgil Ortiz-Boots fight fell apart. So fair play to Xander. He has a lot of confidence in himself, even though he's going to be the underdog. And you're right, Boots hasn't proven anything yet. Not his fault, but he hasn't fought anyone. He looks special. Now we're going to find out.
Max Kellerman views this fight as a major gamble for Xander Zayas and one that carries enormous risk. According to Kellerman, Zayas is putting both his momentum and growing reputation on the line by agreeing to face one of the most explosive and dangerous fighters in the division. He sees the matchup as a defining opportunity where Zayas can either elevate his career to another level or learn difficult lessons against elite competition.
Xander, you're right. You got to give him props. Is when you have a built-in fan base. In other words, it's not just that you're of a certain ethnic or national group, but you're undefeated. You've been groomed and promoted as maybe the future star that group's fan base will follow. You're risking a lot because you have a built-in economic engine behind you. And when you're a guy who can be put in a position to pick and choose, and you choose Boots, Gabe, what does that say?
Absolutely. This is a fight he definitely didn't have to take, man. You know, he's a 2-division champion right now. And for him to choose the toughest guy on paper right now, I mean, skill-wise, Boots, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy. He could have went a different route, but he chose.
On the opposite side, Jaron Ennis enters training camp filled with confidence and motivation. He believes he is approaching one of the most important stages of his career and sees this fight as another step toward achieving even bigger goals. Ennis is focused on strengthening his legacy, collecting major titles, and establishing himself as one of the dominant names in the sport for years to come.
How you feeling about that?
I'm feeling great, man. About to be a 2-time weight division unified champ. Man, I'm snapping my legacy, man. It's only up, man. I'm about to show the world I'm the best in the world. I'm gonna continue to keep showing the world I'm the best in the world. Like this.
For Jaron Ennis, this opportunity represents far more than just another appearance in the ring. He views it as a crucial moment in the journey toward building a lasting legacy. With ambitions of becoming a unified champion in a higher weight class and earning recognition among boxing's elite, Ennis believes victories in fights like this are essential. His confidence remains unwavering as he prepares to prove that he belongs at the very top of the sport.
He's a good fighter, you know. I appreciate him, appreciate him for giving me an opportunity, and but I don't really see much. He's a great fighter. He got good fundamentals, good jab. He's smart at times, you know. But like I said, I'm taking over. This is my division. It don't matter what he do. It don't matter what he.
On the opposite side, Xander Zayas enters this fight overflowing with confidence and firmly believes his hand will be raised when it's all said and done. He has even predicted that Jaron Ennis will become the next major name on his growing list of accomplishments. In Zayas' eyes, no amount of preparation, strategy, or game planning will be enough to change what he sees as the inevitable outcome once the two finally meet inside the ring.
For your liking.
He's a good fighter, but I don't think he's a great fighter. I'm gonna do what I do June 27th, and I'm gonna come out victorious. 23 men have tried, 23 men has failed, and this will be number 24. He will try. I know he will come prepared, and he will.
Despite his confidence, Xander Zayas continues to show respect toward Jaron "Boots" Ennis, recognizing him as one of the leading fighters in the 154-pound division. However, he has made it clear that rankings, hype, and outside opinions have no influence on his mindset. Zayas remains completely focused on the task ahead, insisting that his only objective is to defeat Ennis when they eventually stand across from one another in the ring.
I'm at 154, so once I beat him, I should enter the pound-for-pound list. But again, that's something that I don't have control over that. That's something that, you know, the writers and everybody that votes for that has control. But I'm not focusing, right now I'm not focusing on the pound-for-pound list, I'm focusing on beating.
Breaking down the matchup, Paulie Malignaggi described the fight as a risky move for Xander Zayas at this stage of his career. He suggested that Zayas could potentially benefit from allowing more time for his development before taking on an opponent of this caliber. Even so, Malignaggi acknowledged that if Zayas manages to overcome one of boxing's elite talents, the victory would instantly transform his career, elevate his profile, and propel him into a completely different level of stardom.
Super marketable fighter, so that's why I was surprised that they're taking this chance with him a little early. If he wins, he's a megastar. Ennis is one of the best fighters in the sport today. This is a fight I think both of them need, but I think Ennis needed it more because Ennis is a little older. With Zayas, you had time to wait on this kind of risk. So credit to both guys for making it. Credit to DAZN for making it, for getting all these promoters together and making these big fights. I think it's an exciting fight for the reason that it's done at this point. I think it serves Ennis better. In 2 years, it would have served Zayas better. So we'll see if Zayas can pull this off.
Tim Tszyu, meanwhile, favors Jaron Ennis to emerge victorious against Xander Zayas. He credits Ennis' superior overall skill set, ring awareness, and high-level boxing IQ as major advantages heading into the contest. Tszyu believes that Ennis' speed, versatility, and technical sharpness give him a clear edge and could ultimately be the difference when the two fighters finally collide.
Yeah, I got Boots. I think he's too skillful. IQ level, how quick he is, I think his level's above.
Man, awesome, bro. Catch you.
Looking ahead to the showdown, Tiger Johnson expects the fight between Jaron Ennis and Xander Zayas to be much more competitive than many people anticipate. He pointed to Zayas' physical strength and size as important factors that could create problems for Ennis throughout the night. In Johnson's view, the matchup has all the ingredients to become a tough, hard-fought battle where both fighters are pushed far beyond their comfort zones.
Way better fight than people is giving it. You know what I mean? I think Xander kind of a big dude too. Yeah. Boots is real strong as well. So yeah, he kind of a big dude. But man, I think it's gonna be a war in my opinion.
Johnson also highlighted Xander Zayas' discipline and mentality as key reasons why he should not be underestimated. He praised the young contender for consistently following game plans, maintaining elite conditioning, and displaying strong mental toughness under pressure. According to Johnson, those qualities often separate good fighters from great ones when the stakes are at their highest.
I feel like you gotta have some of those abilities to make it, a good fight for you. You know what I mean? But if you ain't got no good feet work, or you slow, you don't got no fast punches, or defense not that good, it's gonna be a tough job for you. You know what I mean? So
Xander's got good feet.
Yeah, Xander got good feet. Xander got good feet. He got good speed. You know what I mean? Defense is good. So that's why I say I think it's gonna be a banger. You know what I mean? And they different. You know what I mean? Like, they got similar abilities, but in a different way.
On the other hand, Rolly Romero sees Jaron Ennis as the clear favorite heading into this matchup. He believes it is difficult to pick against a fighter with Ennis' experience, accomplishments, and overall level of ability. While Romero respects Zayas' potential, he feels the young contender is still developing, whereas Ennis already possesses the polish, confidence, and proven track record that come from competing against elite opposition.
Shoot, it's hard to really go against Boots because on that one with specifically Xander, I feel Xander's still young, Boots is a lot older and
Roy Jones Jr., known for his ability to evaluate rising talent, believes Xander Zayas has the skills and natural ability necessary to compete at this level. However, he also feels the timing of this challenge may be arriving slightly earlier than ideal for the young fighter's development. Jones explained that fighters often accept dangerous opportunities when factors such as career momentum, financial rewards, and championship ambitions align. As a result, they sometimes find themselves facing career-defining tests sooner than expected, stepping into deep waters before their development is fully complete.
The task he's taking on at an early age too, you know what I mean? So I would have liked to see him wait just a little bit longer, get a couple more fights in. But sometimes when the money calls, the fight has to happen. Money calls, the fight got to happen. So that's what it is.
Roy Jones Jr. believes Jaron "Boots" Ennis possesses one of the most valuable qualities a fighter can have at the elite level: the ability to remain calm and composed under pressure while executing his game plan with precision. As fight night approaches, Jones expects Ennis to establish his rhythm early and gradually take control of the action. He also cautions against overlooking any aspect of Ennis' arsenal, emphasizing that his combination of speed, ring IQ, timing, and overall versatility could prove to be the deciding factor once the fight begins to unfold.
It's actually knows what he's doing and knows how to fight. Has talent too, but knows how to use his talent. Therefore, it's nothing to break down. And I think they'll find it out.
Breaking down the matchup, Winky Wright highlighted just how competitive and talent-rich the division has become. He believes the best fighters should always be willing to face one another rather than searching for easier routes. According to Wright, true greatness is earned by defeating elite opposition and taking risks when the stakes are highest. He encouraged both Xander Zayas and Jaron Ennis to embrace this challenge with confidence and use the opportunity to prove exactly where they belong among the division's top names.
Good right now, you know, and I just want to see all the fighters fight each other, man. The best need to fight the best. That's what's going to bring the fans to boxing. And, you know, you can only be great by beating somebody great. You know what I'm saying? You can have a bunch of wins with no great win. You're just a good fighter, but you want to be great, you need to beat another great fighter. So they got the opportunity.
Offering his analysis, Eric Raskin expects an energetic and competitive opening to the fight, with both men looking to establish their timing and test each other's reactions early. He noted that Jaron Ennis will approach Zayas with respect, fully aware of his size, talent, and preparation. At the same time, Raskin recognizes that Zayas enters the contest in excellent condition and with strong belief in himself. However, he questions whether the relentless pace required to consistently slow Ennis down can be maintained over the course of an entire fight, particularly as the rounds begin to accumulate.
That one, I think that it's going to be an entertaining fight in the beginning. You know, I would say the first 5-6 rounds is going to be competitive, mainly because Boots is smart. He knows that Xander can fight. Xander's a big kid. He's not just going to sit there and trade with him. Or, you know, I don't know what they're thinking. They see. I know that Coach Javier, who's my boy too, you know, Centennial, great coach on Xander's side. I know they're going to have a great game plan early. But the pace that you have to keep Boots off you, man, that's a hefty price, you know. And I don't know if Xander's going to be able to do that, you know. So I do think it's going to be competitive.
Eric Raskin views Xander Zayas as a durable and technically sound fighter who is unlikely to be broken down by a single clean punch. He praised Zayas for his composure under pressure, willingness to engage when necessary, and strong all-around boxing fundamentals. Nevertheless, he believes Jaron Ennis operates at a higher level when it comes to refinement, timing, and overall execution. In Raskin's opinion, that gap in polish may become increasingly noticeable as the contest progresses into the championship rounds.
Seeing him just go, I think he has a lot of heart. You know what I mean? He's Puerto Rican. He showed that he can fight, he can scrap. I think Xander does everything really good, but I think Boots does everything really great. So, and that's going to be
Adding his perspective, Jesse Hart pointed out that while Jaron Ennis often looks explosive and dominant during training sessions, he tends to fight at a more measured and calculated pace once he steps into the ring. Hart believes this particular matchup could bring out a different version of Ennis. Given the quality of opposition and the significance of the occasion, he expects Boots to fight with greater urgency and maintain a higher work rate throughout the night. In his view, the challenge itself may push Ennis to perform at an even more aggressive level than fans are accustomed to seeing.
A masterpiece, masterclass. This is where you get to see what Boots can really do. A lot of guys that see Boots in the gym, you already know what he really can do. And like Bo said, like he just needs somebody to bring it out of him. You know what I mean? I even don't like that. He don't bring out everything in a lot of these fights. Sometimes he only take it to the level that he has to. But I think for this fight, for the magnitude and what's at stake, he has to take it to that level. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Hart is convinced that Jaron Ennis will eventually establish complete control of the fight and gradually wear his opponent down as the action unfolds. He expects the pressure to build round after round until it results in either a stoppage victory or a convincing points decision. Even if the fight reaches the final bell, Hart believes Ennis will be the clear aggressor, controlling the pace, winning the majority of exchanges, and showcasing the superior skill set that has made him one of boxing's most respected talents.
But if he doesn't, I really think he's just gonna like carve him up real bad. I think, like I said, a masterclass. I don't even want to say a stoppage. I'm gonna just say a masterclass.
Meanwhile, Bernard Hopkins views Xander Zayas as a significantly improved fighter who has grown into the weight class with greater strength, confidence, and overall presence. He believes there are certain stylistic areas where Zayas can compete effectively with Jaron Ennis, making the matchup more competitive than many observers expect. Despite that, Hopkins still gives the edge to Ennis. He sees this bout as a major stepping stone fight, one capable of launching the winner directly into the biggest opportunities and most important championship fights in the division.
Good chance. I don't know, but I think it's an interesting fight because, I think Boots is the heir apparent. Everybody is waiting on Boots to outshine the pack, So, fighting for those two titles, against a guy like Xander, he still got a lot to prove, but that goes.
That wraps up today's video. Let us know your prediction in the comments and tell us who you believe will come out on top when these two undefeated fighters finally meet in the ring. If you enjoyed the breakdown, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest boxing news, fight analysis, and exclusive updates leading up to the biggest matchups in the sport.